Good morning, evening, afternoon, whatever it is, wherever you're at. Today is Saturday, the 16th, 2026. I'm doing math in my head. Also trying to sneak a look at my phone. But, yesterday our nephew graduated from UT. I didn't even film an ending video. We didn't get back till midnight, 11:30 midnight. Had to edit the video, get it out before I knew it was 2 o'clock in the morning. So, I got up at 6 this morning just because that's when my body says time to get up. It's 7 now, so I'm going to change clothes. We're going to run to grab a coffee, some breakfast, go to a yard sale in a minute. And I'm going to take my Polaroid camera with me, and we'll see if we find anything along the way. But we're just going to go out and about and wander around. It is a beautiful morning here in Churchill, Tennessee. 55 degrees. Could be a good yard sale day. I'm going to run to McDonald's, do my usual, get some gas. And then we are going to go to the post office, drop off one package. It's a Gameboy Advance game. And try to find some yard sales or something to photograph for the Polaroid camera. And then later today, I've got to go check out to see if our furniture has came in yet. They still ain't came in yet. Been 3 weeks. What the heck? Gas is $3.95 a gallon, 15 cents off, so we're going to be paying $3.80. And the line at McDonald's is bare. So, we're off to an alright start. Today's coffee is pretty good. Not the best, but not the worst. Alright. Mail has been dropped off. Let's try to find a yard sale or two. Or something. I don't know. Something to do. Something to do. Whoop. There we go. Well, we got our first score. It's a few DVDs and a hat, so not too bad. We're just setting up as I pulled by, or starting the day, and they were putting their sign out, and I stopped in. No video games. That's what I was looking for, or toys. They had a few sealed DVDs, which is what I like to find because that's easy sales. When they're new and sealed, you can just list them and forget them. And they'll eventually sell. Got them at a good price too, $1 a piece. And they were kind of obscure. I always look for MGM Studios, and there's some MGM in there, so that's what you look for, those studios that didn't produce a lot. And MGM always had higher quality DVDs and cases. You know, today you buy those DVD cases and you open it and they're flimsy. They've got all these holes cut out of them for recycling. Back to MGM had solid, thick, good cases. You felt like you got your money's worth when you bought it. And they had inserts, and sometimes they had booklets. That's what I love about the Criterion Collection, is they take these amazing movies that people love, and they give you something worth preserving and having. So, if you're wondering why I'm into that Criterion Collection now, it's because of that. Because when you buy it, you get something that is worth holding, that comes with all this extra stuff, and they've put time and quality into it, versus the crap they spew out now at Walmart. They want you to pay the same price, the expensive full price, and give you a way less quality disc, way less quality case, the whole 9 yards. I'm not a fan of that, so that's why I'm on that Criterion Collection kick. I'm picky on my movies now. If it's a good movie I want to see, there's a yard sale up there, we're turning around. If it's a good movie I want to see, and it's in a crappy case, I won't buy it. I'll just stream it. I'll stream it, and then maybe one day find a good case or something. But the older movies, I would say 2007 and back, DVD wise, that was prime good making, good quality stuff. So That's what I like to look for. And MGM Studios is the #1 studio I look for, because they did that and they didn't make a lot. So it's a good pickup. Well, for $1, we picked up a sealed NCIS. That'll be an easy sell because it's sealed. Probably 10 to 15 bucks on that, so not bad. I just did amazing at this yard sale, and I actually knew the guy where I run into him at estate sales all the time. He sold a GameCube for $10 a minute ago, and I just missed it by, I don't know, 2 minutes. Crazy. But I did really, really well. Got some good VHS tapes, got some really good movies, got some video games, got some controllers, I got a Gameboy Advance. Very nice. Very, very happy. So that was a good score. I'll do really well on some of that stuff. The Gameboy Advance, you don't know if it works or not. I got it super cheap because of that. And if I can't fix it, I will sell it for parts. So not bad. Not bad. That one guy before me bought a bunch of stuff. I just missed it, man. Just missed it. But hey, that's the nature of it. Well, I just stopped at a yard sale that they just sold the Xbox 360. So there's somebody ahead of me. So I've got to switch my route up. That's usually what I like to do if I start seeing that trend. So I just lost the GameCube, lost an Xbox 360. So I've got to switch my route up. Change it up a little bit. So I had to come up toward Weber City, which is what I don't like to do because there's so much competition. So I'm turning around, I'm hitting a side road and going back into the country now. Away from the people. I'm going to grab a Polaroid of this beautiful white church right here. My favorites. We are going to go deep into the countryside. I think I'm going to go this way. Get some goats over there. See them right there. Little goats. This is Little Valley Road. Beautiful country. Look at that. Look at that beautiful old country home. Hilldale Farm. Very nice. Took another Polaroid of a tractor that was overgrown around a blind curve, which is why I didn't film it. Because I was trying to be quick, because I don't want to be in the middle of a road when you can't see it and people fly around the corners. So hopefully that one comes out. That was really cool looking. That was different. We'll see. It might be a little dark. I hope not. It's kind of cloudy, but you never know. Polaroid, you just never know. You can have it set right completely and then the chemicals didn't spread right or something like that. So, or only half of a Polaroid piece of the film will develop, and I've had that happen a bunch. Where you take a picture and there's only like half the development went over it. So look at this tunnel. Let me flip this around. Pretty neat. We're going to go left up here at this junction because I need to go left. It says it's Conway Gap Tunnel Road. So maybe another tunnel coming. It's 9:07. We've done really good today. I'm happy. But, oh, look at this. Little yard sale. I don't know what they got going on over there. I don't know if it's a yard sale or... No, that looks like an event. That looks like an event at the church. So, yeah, we'll skip that one. Go down this way. This should We've been down this road before. This should dump us out where I want to be. Well, I found one more little yard sale in the back country road that I was on, and it just had a couple little toys, a bag of little Bluey figures, and some Imaginext stuff. Not a lot. I got one sealed Blu-ray. It was RoboCop, but nothing crazy. So we'll list that RoboCop for like $6 or $7. It's a Blu-ray, and I don't know. Go through the little figures. There might be one or two that I keep. We'll see. Put them on the shelf at work or something. But I'm not seeing much else at all. So. And that Polaroid, that one Polaroid picture of the tractor, golly, it came out so bright. I'll show you here in a little bit. I was like, there's no way it came out. Why did it come out that bright? I had it exposed right. I see a yard sale sign. A tension span of a gnat. Gotta hit my yard sales up. I love it. I love the thrill of the hunt. I love finding stuff. I think that is the biggest thing. I was thinking, you know what I was thinking last night? I was thinking, I don't want to buy any figures online just to have. I like finding them. I think that's the fun. Just finding them. Alright, let me go to this yard sale. Well, that last yard sale had nothing. So, it's about 20 after 10. It's about time to start wrapping up. Usually, around 11's when everything's picked over and gone and not really worth your time, in my experience, where I'm at. So, I'm about to call it a day of yard selling. Gotta run out to Ashley Furniture here in a little while. I gotta go to Wally World and pick up a few things we need. We're about out of milk and just a few other little things. So, we're working our way home. We're almost home. I mean, we're probably 10 minutes from the house. So, we'll go in, put all this stuff up. I'll show you what we got. And we'll go on out to Ashley Furniture after Jody gets up. So, gotta pick up some stuff. I'm sitting here cleaning a lot of this. Like, this is new and sealed, but look at the grime on it. Like, how does that happen? So I've got to get everything nice and clean looking, and we'll get it all laid out here. But got a little bit of work to do. So at that yard sale where I knew the guy, he ended up letting me have this for $5 because he was like, you know what, I can't get it to work. You can just have it for $5 if you want it for parts. And I was like, okay, I'll do that for parts. He says it won't power on. So it's in pretty decent shape. All the buttons, the screen's there. The pins look real good on the inside of this. But there's some corrosion on a couple of the pins here. And I wonder if it's as simple as just getting the corrosion off. I don't know. I'm going to try that. And then we'll see if that'll work. If that'll fire up, oh my God. What a deal. This is the exact one I had as a kid as well. This purple. My mom got it for me for a birthday. And I was going to keep this even if it didn't work just to put on the shelf because that's what I had. But I bet you money if we get that cleaned up pretty good, it could work. I mean, there's no rattling. I don't know. This thing's in pretty good shape to just not power on. We're going to try that out. I'm going to clean these pins. And then we'll go find some AA's and we'll see if it works. I hope it does. So one trick for these stickers too, that you want to do before you peel them off, is rub them real hard. Get it real warm. Because that's going to make the glue loosen up and it makes it easier to peel. So if you do that, it's a little easier. See? Did it without ripping anything. That's all you gotta do. You just gotta rub it and then they'll come off. Sometimes you'll have to use some of this rubbing alcohol, especially if it's on like a coated paper. You can get the glue off if there's any remainder glue pretty easy. But that's a little trick. So while I was thinking about it, I thought I'd go ahead and show you the two Polaroids. This one came out great. And this one, I almost wonder if the shutter got stuck a second. Or if I may have actually held the button in and held the shutter open, actually, now that I think about it. And that's why that one's too bright, instead of just clicking it. This one came out real good. So this is a keeper, and this is a toss. So there we go. Okay, so I got some batteries and put them in, and it wouldn't fire up. So then I took the screws off, and I cleaned the power switch with a toothbrush here and some rubbing alcohol. So it was pretty dirty, the power switch. So we're going to try. Oh, we got a little bit of action. The screen's a little wonky though. It did turn on now though. So probably need to take it back apart and look at the ribbon cable and see if something's going on with the ribbon cable. So this little ribbon here is what I need to unconnect and reconnect. Maybe clean the pins and see if this little thing will work. Eventually it needs a screen repair because I think there's some spots in there. I don't know if it's light mold or what, but it eventually needs a screen repair. May need one anyways, but we're going to check this little ribbon and see if we can't get that going. If I can get this working and the screen works, I could just use it to test games with, so that'd be nice. Okay, now that we got this loose, we're going to clean those gold pins right there with a little bit of rubbing alcohol. And then we're going to re-put it back in there, or reinsert it, and then we'll put the batteries back in and we'll see if that'll work. Hoping that's all it is. Alright, we got it put back together. We want the screws put back in because it'll hold everything together tight and it won't let anything come loose. So you always want to put your screws back in. I know it's annoying to go back and forth, but hopefully this will work. We are going to see if this will work now. What do you know? That's all it needed with some good cleaning. 9 times out of 10, that's all it needs. Let's go grab a game and see if it'll play. It does play games. I know it's hard to see on the screen, but it does play games. Very awesome. We just fixed this Game Boy. It does need a new screen eventually, or just taken apart and cleaned. So it needs a deeper dive, but there we go. We saved this. Now we need a battery cover. Pick one of those up for a couple bucks and then get the screen cleaned. We'll be good to go. But there we go. We saved it. These are some of the toys I picked up that were super cheap. I think they were like 50 cents a bag. And then these are 2 games I've got to get resurfaced. That one's in great shape other than the disc needs resurfacing. This one's in pretty rough shape. The disc is really rough, so hopefully this one will come out pretty good. If it does, I may keep it. But I found a sealed Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring. I don't have this sealed, and you know I keep everything Lord of the Rings. So I just got a sealed VHS tape of this one. So now I've got the sealed DVD tape. So DVD, not DVD tape. I got the sealed DVD movie. So that is a great one for the collection. I'll grab this thinking Jody might want it. If she don't, I'm going to sell it. I think it is the first edition. So I paid 50 cents for this. That is a great pickup. If it is a first edition, I've seen them from 40 to 50 bucks. So if it's not a first edition, it's about 15. So these are empty boxes that they threw in. I needed the big box because I have 2 of the 3 in great shape, and I'm just missing one. And I might have the case to one of the ones I'm missing, but I wanted that shell, so it was a throw-in for the collection. We'll put that upstairs later. And then this was the hat I picked up. I paid $1. It's basically brand new, so we'll put that on eBay for about 12 bucks. Should do pretty good. I do well on hats, surprisingly. Jody got me into selling hats, and I do really well on them. I've actually sold all of them but one. So, and here's the rest of the stuff I picked up. A lot of sealed stuff. You saw the sealed NIS, Highlander series. MGM, that's what you want to look for right there, the lion. Sealed. I'm going to get these listed. There's a season of Sons of Anarchy, Season 1. Final Destination 3, that was a good pickup. It's not new, but it's still a good pickup. Sealed RoboCop. This was a great find for $1. Planet Earth. I actually have this on Blu-ray. I love it. And it's sealed. So, that's a terrific find. So is this one. A sealed Psycho VHS tape. So, oh, I was going to keep this one too. It's a rental copy of Terminator 2. Not too bad. So, I might take it to work and let it play in the background at work. Pretty sweet. Well, Jody's up and at it. I've got to run some errands. Our furniture did come in. I got to wait until Philip can get the big couch for Jody's office. But I'm going to go ahead and get her nightstand that we need, and we'll look for a stool while we're there. And then I've got to run to Bubba's real quick before he closes. I've got about 40 minutes before he closes. I need to drop off a stack of video games and CDs to get resurfaced. So, I'm going to get those done so I can get them listed and sold. She was very happy with the Stephen King book. It turns out it was a limited edition, first edition. And she had the book, but she didn't have the limited edition, first edition. She had the reprint, and the reprint was in terrible shape. So she was very happy to have that book. She was like, that's a great find for 50 cents. So I don't know a lot about books like that. She's the book person. But it's pretty cool. I collect sci-fi books, but I don't look at like first editions or none of that. I just like the cool cover art from the 1950s and 60s. Now I have a bunch of first editions. Like I have a first edition's Two Towers, Lord of the Rings Two Towers. Jody actually found at a yard sale for me for $2. So I do have that. And then I've got the Return of the King first edition that we also found at a yard sale, separate from that one, like a year later. So I've got both of those on a bookshelf at home. I love them. I need to find the Fellowship of the Ring, and I'll have the full trilogy. So I've got a couple early editions of Dune, and then a bunch of Isaac Asimov's first editions, but I've not actively sought after stuff like that. I just kind of come across them. When I do, I keep what I like. I've found quite a few Stephen King first editions, especially his older stuff like Carrie and the one like I found today. I tend to find them for 50 cents or $1 all the time. I actually got Carrie first edition, first release, at the Johnson City Library on their book sale, and I paid $1 for it. And I was like, wow, these people are book people and they don't even know their book. So sell it for $1, or they just don't care. They're just like, here, take it for $1. Either way, it was a good find. But yeah, we're going to run down to Bubba's real quick. We're going to run them in, and we're going to head on over to Ashley Furniture and try to load that little side dresser thing up into the car. It's been a day. And FYI, Pee-wee's Big Adventure Criterion Collection, they had a coupon on Amazon for it actually, and I got it for like $20. It's on its way. It won't be one of the first ones we do, but it might. I don't know. It might be. I love Pee-wee's Playhouse. I know he creeps a lot of y'all out, but I love Pee-wee Herman. I grew up on Pee-wee Herman, so I love Pee-wee Herman. I love Pee-wee. I love Alf. I love Family Matters, Dinosaurs. That show, Dinosaurs, that was a great show. Smurfs, Snorks, all that stuff. Good stuff. Jetsons, Flintstones, Scooby-Doo. Man, loved it. Alrighty, let's get down to Bubba's. Popping into Bubba's real quick. I had him resurface the episode 3 real quick, and then I picked up a couple books. I got this one for me, Dark as Day. I picked up this for Jody. She wanted it, Cujo, and this bad boy, The Shining. I think it's a first edition, maybe. Gotta look at that at home. I told you I'm good at finding that stuff. So very nice. That's a second printing, but it is the same cover. The first printing is a white spine with graphics that wrap around. This one does not have that, so this is not a first edition, but still pretty cool. Alright, now to pull over to the one little side door. They don't have a docking bay. They have this one weird tiny door. So we're going here to pick up the one little thing. Nightstand has been acquired. It is in the box behind me. Hopefully, you gotta put it together. It's already together, but you never know. But it's in the car. That's all that matters. Oh, alrighty. Gotta head back to the house for a little while. Need to go to the grocery store later, but we're about out of quite a few things. We've now got to stop by Fazoli's because she wants spaghetti and meatballs with marinara. So I'm gonna run through there and get her some spaghetti and the meatballs. Crossing right here is dang near impossible. You always have to wait, you know, for the green light here. There's no ever making it with a caution, ever. There we go. There's the Fazoli's. Jody loves Fazoli's a lot. I'm not the biggest fan. I'll eat it if I have to. Today is not a have to. So it is definitely not my favorite. But, you know, it's not bad either. I do love their breadsticks. So we'll get in line here and get her spaghetti. I just made myself laugh from a random thought I had. So, you know in Star Wars when they're locking on Han and Luke and they're fighting and the little square box is going do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. I was doing that in my head yesterday when I was taking photos at Ren's graduation. The autofocus was on and he was walking across the stage, and in my head I was hearing do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Every time I clicked on him, it'd just lock onto the face. It's pretty funny. Because the Fujifilm has this square green box that tracks faces. And it looks just about like that. It's just funny. I'm going to stop over here at the Bojangles and get me a chicken sandwich for dinner and fries. Jody got a huge spaghetti. That is a lot more than you get, isn't it? And then these are the books we got Jody today. Showed you a little bit in the car, but here's a better look at them. This Shining. So this wasn't the first printing, first edition. If it had been, it'd been $3,400 book. But this is and I imagine he would have known that. Let's see which one this is. It is whatever this one is. Here we go. Well, my buddy Philip called and said, hey, I can meet you down at the furniture store to get the other half of your stuff. So I've not even unloaded yet. I've got to turn around and go all the way back and go help him load the other one, which is good. I can go ahead and be done with everything. I'll just carry everything in. I'm looking to go, but traffic's bad. I guess I'll just carry it all in at once. So, not a big deal. We are going to head that way now. Oh, my Criterion Collection Pee Wee Herman came in. And I thought it was supposed to be sealed. It was not sealed. And they slapped a sticker on it. I mean, everything looks fine. It looks new. It was probably the wrapper fell off of it and stuff. It might have been why I got a big discount on it, because I got it basically half off. So with the sticker. Oh, I hate the kind of stickers that are not butter stickers. Butter stickers are the ones that come off as easy as butter. They just boop. This one, this kind of sticker that Amazon uses, you can rub the back of it, heat the glue up all you want, it still leaves a bunch of crap. So I gotta scrub that off because it's gonna bother me. I don't like that stuff on my movies, on my movie cases. So, well, let's go meet Philip. We're back again, off to the tiny door again. Why they have a tiny door, I don't know. I think they would be bigger. But we're gonna wait on Philip to get here. He'll be a few minutes probably. So I'm just gonna park over here by the tiny baby tree where I parked last time. Right here. Wait on him to get here. He'll see me right here. Pretty sure this is Philip. Rolling in. That's him. Meow. You like the sound effects? Philip's ratchet strapping one of them onto the back end of Jody's new chair.
Video strapping a lot.
I know it. For Josh, that's right. This is Jody's new chair. So, for her little library, I think she'll like it just fine. I mean, she picked it out, she better like it, right? Look at all the work Philip's doing for you, Jody.
We love you, Jody.
Yeah. Don't know if you've heard this band or song before, but it is really, really good. Check it out. Keeping up with Philip here. He's in front of me. He wanted me to follow him the whole way, so he is getting it. So this one was I ruined because she got put upstairs so that me and Philip could carry in this behemoth chair that's somehow going to fit in Jody's library. I don't know how we're going to get it through this door, but we got to try. Maybe it's squishy. Maybe? I don't know. We got two doors to go through. We got this door and then this door, and I'll show you where it's going to go. Watch out, Lily. Right here where this tree is, all that space back there, this is where it's going. Look at all those books. So, that's what she wanted it for, her little reading area. Alright, that's going to do it for me today. I got a lot of cleaning to do. I got to go upstairs and carry that thing up and all kinds of stuff. I'm just going to be busy. So, with that being said, I am done. Lilybell, would you like to say bye? Would you like to say bye? She's done. She is done. Bye!